What's up, coaches? Hope you guys are doing well. Here's our video for Friday. So we're going to be changing the warm-up protocol just a little bit. This is with the intention of giving a little bit more time to build up to the necessary percentages. This is also to feel a little bit less rushed and squeezed for time as a whole. So please let me know how your class went today. Let me know if this warm-up protocol was more effective for you. So the warm-up is going to be a similar approach on a daily basis. However, it will require different movements. So it'll be a little bit more work for you guys. Make sure that you understand the warm-up in addition to everything else. So we're going to be using a 10-minute running clock. What you're going to need to do first is explain the primary movement. For today, that's the power snatch. We want to explain its intent and also its application during the strength, meaning what do the sets and reps look like? What do the different movements look like? And so on, so people know what they're actually warming up for, all right? The movement will be the same for all three groups during the warm-up. We're not gonna change it up, all right? So even if someone's doing a hang snatch today, they're gonna be doing a slow pull power snatch from the ground during the warm-up, all right? And then those that are doing the fitness track, even though they're not doing power snatches, they're still gonna work the skill and do the power snatch during the warm-up, all right? So it won't be the exact movement every time, but it'll be a very close movement, and then will allow people to build up that specific pattern while still being able to kind of break down skill-wise. That's why we're putting the slow pull in order to still work on patience from the floor and hitting the sweet spot with good timing, all right? So what you're gonna do here, set the clock, hit go after you've explained that power snatch and its intent, application, and then you're gonna go through the first round with your athletes. So you're gonna explain the slow pull power snatch. Then you're gonna have them do 5 repetitions, all right? So you'd explain the slow pull power snatch. I'm gonna be setting up, smooth pull, patience into the sweet spot, and back, right? Once you've explained it, talked a couple points of performance, have them do their 5 reps. Then you're going to explain 10 driving knees. So athletes will have a box before they start the warm-up. They're going to do a set of 5 driving knees on one side and then 5 driving knees on the other side. I don't have a box here, but they would be stepping on a box. This is a warm-up, so this needs to be easy. If the regular 20-inch boxes aren't good for someone, make sure you grab them a plate or a smaller box to make it a warm-up style approach. And then you're going to be doing a set of 10 big open renegade rows. So this is body weight. You're going to explain this first. So I'm going to be in a push-up position. I'm going to go a big open the chest all the way up, and then return. Open the chest all the way up, and then return for 5 on each side. Once you've explained, and then they've done all 3 of those movements, the continuation of the running clock for the 10 minutes is them going through that in an AMRAP for quality. So they're going to be now progressing in that snatch movement where the reps will likely be decreasing and the load is increasing for those that are building up weight. Right, my fitness track is going to stay with the PVC throughout. They're working just skill, getting that movement pattern down with the PVC. All right, but everybody's doing slow pull power snatch. The 5 reps is only necessary for that first round. Then they're going to continue with the other 2 supporting movements. So that's going to be 10 driving knees with the from the step-up position and 10 big open renegade rows. They're going to continue that over the course of the 10 minutes, warming up, and building up that primary movement. So now what happens is they're prepared for that strength. You've already got the box out for the loaded step-ups. You've already worked up to close to, if not to the weight that they're going to be using for their snatch component, and everything should be very, very smooth there. All you have to do is explain the flow of the strength, maybe give an extra 3 to 5 minutes for people to set up, and you should be good to jump in a lot faster than we've been doing it in the past week. All right, so let's talk over the cycle of the strength here. This is another power day, every 2 minutes for 7 cycles. All right, we've got power snatch coming from the floor for your strength competitor group. These do not have to be touch and go. They can be fresh picks. We've got 4 loaded step-ups each leg. So for the loaded step up, that they can load that step up any way they like, meaning it can be in the front rack position, it can be a single kettlebell on one side or the other. I don't care how they load it, I care how they step up. So when they step up, the hips aren't shooting back, that they're able to, imagine me stepping up on here, they're able to keep their torso upright, step up, and then as they step back down, they're able to keep their torso upright consistently, all right? So 4 loaded step ups, loaded however the athlete sees fit on each leg. Now we have 4 to 8 ring push-ups or dips, all right? So what we can do is add weight or external load to the push-ups if needed by wrapping a band around the upper back, all right? And then body weight push-ups for those, and then if needed, doubtful for the competitor group, but they can come up to an angled push-up if needed. My performance group here, what they're going to be doing is 4 hang power snatches. We didn't test this. We're not using a percentage here, all right? All we're looking for is heavy but perfect. We want to really develop speed and position in this group, all right? So there is no prescribed weight. We're looking for technical perfection on this lift. They're doing the same thing, 4 loaded step-ups each leg. They're doing the same thing, the ring push-ups. My fitness health group, everything is the same with the supportive movements, but now we've got 8 Russian kettlebell swings. So we're teaching them to be explosive through the hips and knees. We're teaching that hinge-based position, driving hard through the feet to finish the swing. That will lead them into being good snatchers at a later date. All right, so let's talk workout. So for the workout, we have a partner WOD. This is going to be a 12-minute running clock. They have a long buy-in here. The buy-in is going to be the rowing intervals where they're going to alternate back and forth. So partner 1 will do 500, then partner 2 will do 500. For the ladies, that would be 450, 450. They're going to go down the line for the 4, the 3, the 2, and the 1. Once they've both finished the 1, they have 1 shot, all right? Max distance and time remaining. They can only switch once, all right? So the logical thing probably says that person that just did the 100, they come out, they're gassed from that sprint, and then that other partner goes in. They're going to row as long as they like to, and then once they switch once, then they can't switch again. So the remainder of that time is strategic and up to those athletes and how they want to strategize for that. All right. So no RX Plus options or fitness options here. The intervals, we would love pacing to where each interval gets faster than the last. So my 500 is my slowest and smoothest, then I get a little faster, right? To one single empty the tank style finish. When it's my turn to go after the 100, I'm gonna have 1 shot at glory, and I'm gonna go as fast as I possibly can and empty the tank. We want everybody to get into that bonus time. All right, the 12 minutes is super reasonable, even for moderate to subpar rowers. But if they know from experience they're not going to make this happen, 25 to 50 meters down on each interval should make that go. All right. If the math is easy, meaning if they can easily do the math, I'm okay with them using rollover. If not, they can reset the rowers between intervals. All right. I'd prefer them to use a rollover to make sure they get bonus time, but that's up to them. If they do a mixed gender type thing, it makes it a little bit more difficult. All right, so kind of leave that up to your crew on whether they want to use math and rollover or whether they want to reset and hit each one fresh. If you have a solo flyer, the solo flyer is going to use a 1-to-1 work to rest ratio. That means that once they do their 500, they're going to rest that exact amount of time, then start their 400. The only thing here is once they finish their 100, they're going to take maybe a short break, and then they're going to have a much longer interval to finish since they're not going to be taking turns with a partner. All right, notice a long video, had a lot to get in with that first warm-up style with this new structure. So you guys put it into practice. Let me know how it goes. See ya.